That one actually went flying across the car. I found it later. And then I remove same thing on the other side. And what you're doing there is exposing the 2 screws that aren't on the bottom. There are 4 altogether, 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top. Right there I'm exposing or pointing to where the other 2 are located on the top side of it. So first thing I do is get my tiny Phillips screwdriver there, and I remove the 2 screws on the bottom. Once you do so and it's loose, I just pick it out with my pocket screwdriver. And then I do the same thing to the other side. As you can see, they're a little bit hard to get out. But I mean, you could possibly use a magnet as well. Alright, so next what I'm doing is trying to locate the other 2 screws. If you have an older car, sometimes the screws are missing. It's easier that way. But these actually did have them. I've seen it before where they don't have all the screws on there. So once I located it, I remove the screws that are on the top of the glove box, 1 on each side, 4 all together. Alright, so that should be the last one. Next, what I'm going to do is remove the glove box. As you can see, I grab it from that outside lid and I just pull it up and down until it pulls outwards. Showing you here the tabs that hold it into place. And my cable actually popped out, but I'm pop it back in. That's what it's going to look like when you pull it out. As you can see, it has like a thumb wheel device to tighten and loosen the cable. So I just removed that little ball end of the cable out. There's a little slot there so you can remove the cable through. Next, I unplug my flashlight, or not a flashlight, my lamp for the glove box. After that, you can remove the glove box altogether. Now this is the neat device that Mercedes installed here to remove the cabin air filters. This is a sliding tab, and what I do is I push upwards, and once I do so, I can grab the cover, pull it out towards the left, and here I'm pointing out these 2 tabs. They're like the guide tabs that have to go back in. I'll show you that later. So now I expose the cabin air filters, pull one out. There is 2 altogether. As you can see, there's bunch of dirt, leaves, everything that comes through when you hit the fresh air. And just right underneath that is your blow motor. So I don't have new air filters, so I kind of just wipe these off and reinstall them. But here what I'm pointing out is that these alright, skip that. Right here are the tabs that the cover, those other 2 tabs have to slide into. I got a nice close-up and show you what it's going to look like. So quick little note here, those cabin air filters, you see that they're facing upwards. Those end pieces there are facing up. So what I do is I slid it in and then push it to the far right. If you can't fit the other one, you're going to have to push the first one further to the right until you could fit both of them in there, just like I did. So now I'm going to put the locking cover here. As you can see, I put in the 2 into the tabs. You know, it only fits one way. Once I do so, move the cable out the way so it's not blocking. and then I secure it by pressing it down. You know, try that a couple times. If you can't get it, something's blocking it. So now I go to put in the glove box. Camera's a little shaky, but that's alright. So I grabbed the connector for my lamp, plugged it into place. And here what I do is I put the bowl in first and then slide the cable through a little slotted area. And then I lock that into place. And then what I did notice is that it wasn't closing for me, the glove box itself. You want to do is test this out before you push the whole glove, actually secure the glove box back into place. As you can see, mine is not closing. So what I did is I turned the turn wheel, that little thumb wheel, until it was a little bit more loose. And that's your little function test. A good thing to do before you screw it all back together. And once you do that, you know it works. Put it back in, the 4 screws, the covers, and the rest of the crap that you got in there. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Got a couple other videos coming out. Like before, just comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know any videos you want to see. And that's it, guys. This is Rich from Ben's Works. See you next time. Move the other